Today, we're gonna be making my famous quinoa enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
Oh my gosh, that was so cheesy. No pun intended. Hey guys, I'm Veronica, certified nutritional therapist, author, and the proud owner of Chef V. This is my first ever cooking series. Welcome to my kitchen. And of course, you know I couldn't do a show without my trusty sidekick, Brandon, sous chef V.
We do everything together.
That's right. We're going to be cooking some organic recipes, and every so often, we're gonna have a special guest join us. We're going to laugh, learn, and cook together. Really, Brandon, tell them what you love about this recipe.
Well, actually, as you know, I do love your enchilada. I mean, it tastes as good or better than real enchiladas. But the best part is when you're out of town visiting your Nana, I can pop it in the oven and have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh my gosh, you don't even lift a finger when I'm gone, do you? Let's get cooking. We're gonna be using some corn, some organic cheese. We're using quinoa, organic ground turkey. We'll also use black beans. We are going to be using some green onions, and then my favorite enchilada sauce. You can use whatever enchilada sauce that you want, but really this one's my favorite. It's from Trader Joe's. I think it kind of just makes the dish.
It's the best.
Yeah, it really is the best. What's different about this recipe than like your traditional enchilada is that we're using quinoa. So quinoa is like a super grain. It's high in protein, high in fiber. It's a really great grain to have in your diet. Now we're going to chop the onion. Just want to make sure to, do really small chops, always cutting it away from yourself. Now we're going to cook the quinoa. So just 2 cups of water and 1 cup quinoa. So once you have the quinoa and the water in there, you're going to bring it to a boil for about 5 minutes. And once it's boiling, then you're going to cover it and simmer it for about 10-15 minutes, okay? So now we're going to cook the ground turkey meat. So I use about 1 pound of organic ground turkey. I'm gonna get this pan nice and hot. And a lot of times instead of using oil, I actually use a little bit of water. I'm just gonna put a couple tablespoons of water in here, get that nice and hot. That will help actually break the meat up so it's not like big and chunky. Wait for the pan to get really hot. I will just give a little bit of salt and pepper to the meat. Now we're gonna put the meat in since the water is nice and bubbly. Just gonna brown this up. If you need to add a little bit more water, you can. The water is just gonna help kind of just break up the meat a little bit. So again, it's not super dry and super clumpy. I try not to use a lot of oil. There's already enough kind of fat in the meat, so that can kind of help render it from sticking. I like ground turkey organic. It's just really lean. It's a great meat to use whenever you need to use ground meat. So
Looking good, chef.
yeah, it's almost done. The turkey's almost brown and the quinoa's almost cooked. Just a couple more minutes so they kind of time themselves perfectly. And then we're just gonna throw everything in the bowl and mix it all up and pop it in the oven.
This is gonna be good.
And I actually sometimes like to just very slightly undercook the turkey, which normally you would not do, but because we're gonna pop this in the oven, we can just slightly undercook it so it's not super dried out. Why don't you go ahead and get the casserole dish ready for me?
On my way, chef.
Okay, now the ground turkey and the quinoa is done, so we are ready to mix everything in the bowl for our casserole. Thank you, sous chef B. All right. So everything's just going in here like casserole style, minus these green onions for the garnish, okay? So we're just gonna go ahead and pour all of the ground turkey into there. Sous chef B, thank you very much. Then we did 1 cup of quinoa with 2 cups of water, so that's gonna cook to about 2 cups of quinoa. So pouring that in there. Then we've got about 1 cup or 1 can of beans. About a cup of corn. Sous chef B.
At your service.
Don't touch that, that's hot. Okay, and then we are going to be using about 3 cups of cheese, and then we're gonna reserve a little bit for the top, okay? And then we're going to be adding our enchilada sauce. So I like to put a whole thing in here. 1 whole jar. Sous chef B, I need my spoon to stir, please.
1 spoon coming up, chef.
And then we're gonna be using half of this jar and reserving a little bit like half for the top for a little garnish, okay? I can use this, I guess.
Too small?
That's fine, that shall do. Good job, he tries. Everything's mixed really nicely in there. Everything's gonna just taste really good. All the flavors will go great together. We are going to pop it into our casserole dish. So just gonna throw everything in there. I'm just making sure, again, that's really well mixed. Sous Chef B. Okay, now we're gonna put some more cheese on the top, just to give it a nice layer to cover it. This is gonna help it just be ooey and gooey and bubbly and melty when it comes out. And now I just like to use a little bit of extra sauce for a nice little drizzle. I like to make a nice cute little design on here. Okay, we got that. And then the final touch is our little green onion garnish, okay? You can put this on before or after you cook. Sous Chef B, I need some foil.
Here you go, Chef.
Perfect, thank you. All right, so we're just gonna cover this with some foil, pop it in the oven at 350 for 20 minutes, covered. Then we will take it out and uncover it, bake it another 20 minutes until all the cheese is nice and bubbly and gooey. All right, we've got 20 minutes to go. What do you wanna do?
Yoga.
Yoga? All right, do some yoga. You should also clean. You should do some cleaning. Why don't you?
Can I yoga and
Stay
clean?
busy cleaning.
I got it, Chef. What?
Okay, maybe no yoga. No yoga in the kitchen. Oh, look how good that looks. All ooey and gooey. So yummy. Just gonna let that kind of just cool for a couple minutes. Look how yummy and gooey that cheese is. It's bubbly, it smells so delicious. I'm just gonna let it cool out for like 5-10 minutes so that it's not gonna scorch our mouth. So that is the enchilada, the whole enchilada. We are ready to serve this yummy enchilada. Sous Chef B,
Yes?
you ready?
Yeah, here's your serving spoon.
Thank you so much. All right, we are going to get a nice big scoop of this. This is so yummy. Nice and steamy and gooey. It smells so yummy. All right, you ready, taste tester, Sous Chef B?
Ready. Now that's the whole enchilada. I love you.
You're so sweet. All right, let's taste test this yummy thing. Looks so good. Got a little bit of that cheese on there. This is one of my favorites. Stay tuned next time for some more healthy and delicious recipes from Chef V and Sous Chef B.